Committee. Thank you for allowing me to discuss Medicare's competitive bidding program and the negative effects it has for patients and equipment providers. My name is Robert Brandt. I'm co-owner of City Medical Services in North Miami Beach, Florida. We're a 12-year-old company. We've been Joint Commission accredited since 2000. We have 7 full-time employees, and most have been with me for over 5 years, and they do enjoy a health care benefit. I'm currently president of Accredited Medical Equipment Providers of America. We were formed shortly after the bid results came out, mostly from bid winners and bid losers from Miami, Orlando, and Dallas MSAs, all opposed to the competitive bidding program. The goals of the competitive bidding program were to reduce Medicare reimbursement and to responsibly minimize the number of providers for CMS to manage without limiting patients' access to care. The fact is, in the last 10 years, with the passage of new rules and regulations, all of the goals that once justified competitive bidding have already been achieved. The industry has negotiated a 9.5% cut to providers, and CMS withheld a 5% CPI increase, with both began in January 1st. Despite that good news, Medicare released interim final rules on January 16th of this year in order to restart the program, using the same methodologies and techniques to award contracts without any financial accountability, allowing unlicensed, out-of-state, out-of-area bid winners with no history of providing bid equipment throughout the first 9 MSAs. In fact, it was in a similar Small Business Committee hearing to this that Congressman Altmaier and Gohmert said that it did not meet Regulatory Flexibility Act requirements 6 months before bid winners were announced. This program was based on a flawed demonstration project with only a few categories that most winners viewed as acceptable loss leaders. Half the bid winners from round 1 of the project found the loss unacceptable as they did not participate in the second round. Medicare noted key findings in an evaluation report of the demonstration project. 1, a non-demonstration supplier acquired 2 demonstration suppliers, and 2, the parent companies of 1 demonstration supplier filed for bankruptcy, and another demonstration supplier also filed for bankruptcy protection. Regarding the first 10 MSAs, the ability to purchase bid winners has led to part of the disaster that followed. In Orlando, 14 of the 39 bid winners were over 100 miles outside of the area, without any means to service oxygen patients. For any companies out of the area, it's a no-lose situation. Out-of-area providers place any low bid, and if they win, they think they may have a commodity that someone else may be willing to buy, like in the demonstration project. The interim final rule does not require a provider to even provide a bond to cover the bid. You don't even have to have a subcontract agreement in place to cover a 12-county area as large as the Dallas MSA before you bid. Then if you win the bid and cannot fulfill the contract, you can walk away without penalty. However, the low price is locked in for everyone else. The Florida Department of Health certified that 9 of the 44 bid winners for oxygen were unlicensed. Our association was informed of this discrepancy when providers contacted manufacturer representatives of oxygen asking, how do you get an oxygen license? This begs the question, how can a company place an accurate bid if they've never provided this service before? How can legitimate providers compete when business bidders do not base bids on reality of providing service or equipment? I made a decision years ago to compete in the industry by providing more costly systems like liquid oxygen. In order to bid on oxygen, I had to submit the number of liquid patients I've taken care of. This is another determining factor that was ignored. Manufacturer representatives told us that some oxygen suppliers, after winning the bid, inquired how to purchase liquid oxygen as well. A liquid oxygen system is 5 times the cost of a standard oxygen system, but it's paid at the same reimbursement rate. It also has to be refilled every month, and that refill cost is in there as well. We had to buy a truck with a lift gate to carry the 110-pound reservoir every month to the patient. All these factors would be in the company's ability to place a bid that they could honor without going out of business. When the program was briefly implemented in the 2 weeks of July, physicians and hospital case managers pleaded with us to continue to accept payments. Discharge planners went through the published list of bid winners and could not find a company they could provide liquid oxygen or respiratory therapists to set up their patients that they were accustomed to. They're accustomed to patient training and setup within a few hours, not within a few days. This problem was exacerbated by providers refusing to address issues unless their orders were in addition to more expensive reimbursable items. The reduction in companies that currently provide service is astounding. In the Miami MSA, which covers the 3 largest counties, 402 power mobility providers were reduced to 18. More tragically is in the Miami MSA, 501 providers were reduced to only 44. In Hurricane Wilma, my company was without power for 7 days. In areas of Dallas where they had 285 providers reduced to, I'm sorry, 285 providers were reduced to 12 of them, I'm sorry, in the Dallas MSA is 12 counties. There are 4 counties that did not have a bid winner for oxygen in them. One of the counties, Rockwall County, does not even have a hospital in it. President Obama said that does not want to keep government programs that does not work and intends to expand on programs that do. At less than 10% of Medicare's budget, durable medical equipment is the most cost-effective program in health care. Our services keep patients out of hospitals and rehab centers so they can live independently in their homes. During this economic crisis, we do not want to needlessly close companies, causing more bankruptcies, burden the system with additional unemployment, which will end health care benefits, ruin an important community resource called upon during natural disasters, and most importantly, limit a patient's access to care. Thank you very much.